Hey guys, welcome back. We're still playing this War of Mine, the board game. This will be day number 5. Just reached chapter 2. I haven't messed with the cards yet, but we still have our original crew here: Marin, Amira, and Roman. Not everybody's the best of shapes, so hopefully we can keep going, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. So here we go. We're starting chapter 2 right now. You have just finished the first chapter of the campaign. Add the Night Raid and Residence cards that have not been used in the game with the red corner to their corresponding deck. So there's just one last Night Raid card. Now all the harder cards from the Crime Wave are in the Residence and the Night Raids decks. So after I do that, then I resolve the top objective card to see if I get the reward or the penalty, and then remove it from the game. After you do that, it says you can save now or start the second chapter immediately by drawing the top event card to begin a new day. So yeah, we'll get a new objective and our reward, because we were able to deliver the 5 water to these local thugs here. So now I get the reward of 10 wood and 10 wood / components to the storage. Right now I have 3 wood, 2 components. So I might do 5 and 5. I could take a while and try to do the math to figure out, what exactly I need for certain fittings, but I'd rather just move on. So I got my reward. Let's see our objective for chapter 2. It says, help the sick and wounded in our area. At any moment, you may discard any number of meds / bandages without resolving their effects. For each discarded meds or bandages, advance the objective marker by 1. So I need to turn in a total of 3. If I can do it, every character's misery goes down by 2. If I don't do it, every character's illness goes up by 1. So this is going to be kind of tough, because for both of these, even if I want to try to buy them and also not use them for my own characters, they cost 10 each. So we'll see if we can take care of that or not. So now that we know our next objective for this chapter, we draw the next event card. So this one is first we add a cold token up here, so now we're at 4. And this is a reality impact within the events card. So draw a card from the colors deck as usual. Always pulling a color. The past couple of days I still haven't had a good color. It's been a lot of black and red cards. Alright, we got gray. I'll take that over the black and red I've been getting lately. So we have gray, and now we reveal the top card of the events deck and check the number with that color on it. Afterwards, shuffle the event card into the appropriate chapter of the events deck. Well, that's interesting. So at least I'll know one of the events coming up. It'll just be shuffled back into the chapter. So first, let me draw it. And we're looking at gray. So just to know what's coming up eventually in this chapter, this one has 3 cold tokens. The value of cigarettes, moonshine, alcohol, and jewelry is raised by 5, which would be awesome if this came out while I still have the jewelry, because total this would go from 20 to 30, because it gets raised 5 each. But besides the point, we're going to be reading number 66. So I'll shuffle this back with the event cards of this chapter. And then I'll read 66. Hopefully it's a good event. I could really use some good news Here we go. Recently, the foreign aid has seldom reached its intended target. Aircraft carrying food provisions are forced to turn back on account of the enemy's unpredictable maneuvers. Trucks carrying warm clothes are struck at countless checkpoints or get robbed. What reaches civilians is a result of a curious war lottery. People protest and curse the humanitarian aid volunteers standing by one of the aid trucks. They all have the reason to do it. Instead of croutons dating back to wars before this one, they only get a few bottles of water and gray soup. We have no doubt the city is about to face even greater hunger. Add 1 chems and 2 water to storage. Okay. So 1 chem, 2 water. Now on a blank token, I'm supposed to write no food 66. I guess it's I on a blank token and place it on the findings pile. From now on, always cross out 1 line from the token instead of adding food tokens to the finding pile. When you find vegetables, raw food, canned food while resolving a findings card. When you cross out the final line, remove this token from the game. So that's really horrible. Essentially, I'm not going to write the token, I'll just remember it. But pretty much the next time I go scavenging, and the next 3 food tokens I find, veggies, raw food, or canned food, I don't get it because of this, of what's going on. The food's not able to get through. Well, that's a bummer. So I'm still gonna have to try to get food through that just to get rid of those initial 3 foods, but I need to get food another way also. So, okay, well, that's kind of rough. Alright, let's go into our day actions. Marin is illness 3, so he can't do anything. Amira has 1 action, Roman has 2 actions. So Amira's at fatigue 3. It's not going to help me to have her take a nap because the illness is still going to stop her from getting more action, so she'll probably have to just stay in and sleep. But she will have 3 water. Let's see what I can do here. Because I have resourceful. So when crafting any fitting, ignore the requirement for 1 resource token type. So I wonder which one uses a lot. I can't make a deadfall trap. I only have 1 mechanical part. Unless I want to use that for the mechanical parts. Then I can start using my chems to try to get food. That kind of seems like a really good idea, especially now that food's becoming an issue to try to even get. Okay. So she will build this, put it up here. See, again, Marin can't do anything. Roman 2, 5. You can't build a bed. A moonshine sill. Interesting. That'd be good for trading. Need sugar. A stove would be nice to try to get more food. What do I need for the stove? 2 mechanical parts again. I still only have 1. Okay, here's what I'm going to do first before I actually assign them. I'm going to go to rumors. And it says play at any time. Look at the top card of any two of the following decks. Events, visitors, residents, night raids. So one of those two decks I want to see is visitors. Now, so that means if I go outside, I can either take a new person in who would come with one illness. They come with bandages. They have a shotgun and ammo. Or I can trade with them for only one of these items. Oh man, that shotgun's pretty tempting. That'd be nice for to defend the home. And the bandages could go towards my objective because I don't have anybody wounded. I would have to deal with another character being ill. So let's see, what other pile should I look at? Events, residents, or night raids? Oh, forgot this card will be discarded because I already dealt with that reality impact. I think I'm going to look at the night raids. I want to know what's ahead of me. Maybe that shotgun will be worth it. So, ooh, this will be rough. Rugged Hoodlums. Damage 6 tokens starting with green and 3 wounds. Now I do have Vigilant Watch, which will make me not have to worry about 3 wounds and 1 of the 6 damages. And then if I can have the shotgun on top of that, that'd be pretty nice. Ooh, what a rough card. Okay, so now that I've done that, I've heard my rumors of what's coming, so I remove this from the game. So, since that's going to change what I want to do now, so I'll actually have Roman go outside for the first time, and now I'll resolve everything. So, for building a deadfall trap, I need 2 mechanical parts, but I'm going to use this resourceful, which I'm going to use it for the mechanical parts so I don't have to turn any in. Now I need 5 components, so here's this one from the ×5 and 2 wood. So now I have the deadfall trap, and if I want to set the trap I need to put someone up there, and that's why I got the chems in the first day, so now I can try to turn chems into raw food to feed myself. So I've done her action. Roman is outside. When you go outside, you never know what's out there. There might be a sniper. So to test that, we roll a d10, and if I roll a 1 on this, the character who went outside gets hit by a sniper bullet and suffers 2 wounds. So please, please, please don't roll a 1. Whew, 7. Okay, then draw and resolve 1 visitor card. So I already know what's coming. So I have an arrival. So I'm just going to take this person in, because this stuff is pretty expensive that they're bringing. So what will happen is I get to draw a card from the unused characters group. And let's see who our new character is. Sveta, the school headmistress. No prowess, crazy high empathy, inventory of 2, and this lady's carrying a shotgun for some reason. Okay, that's just the way it goes. So now I need to, let's see if we can fit her right over here. She'll get the green token. Now I need to find her little character. So she has a little handbag. There she goes. Pop the green on her. She's now with my group. So let's see everything that she brought. She has a shotgun. Ammo. Makes sense for the shotgun. And I already have some ammo from before, so that's kind of nice. Bandages. But she does have an illness of 1. So she'll actually be able to get to use a second day action because we've already done the first day action, which is right now. I'm wondering if I should just suck it up since no one's wounded and just turn in the bandages. And that'll be one of my 3. I mean, this was a freebie. Well, anyways, this gets shuffled back into the visitor's deck. So one of her habits is she's a coffee drinker. But she does have a nice C option on her spirit. If I ever draw Resolving Spirit C, Comforting Talk, lower one chosen character's misery by 2. So that's really nice if that card comes out. Okay. I am going to take this and turn it in to help the sick and wounded in our area. So this will go away. And that'll be one of 3. But now I have 3 out of my 4 characters suffering from illness. So now Marin's still done. Emira's done. And Sveta, I can have her set the deadfall trap. And I need to start making some board ups. So yeah, we'll go with that. So Sveta, she places a weight token here. I need to turn in a chem. And then hopefully by the end of the round I'll get a food. And for the board up, it's 1 component and 5 wood, so or 4 wood. So this is 5, so this will just be my change back from the box going there. And we'll cover up one of these holes. So now it helps me fight against the cold and help against the big Night Raid card that's coming. Alright. This should be interesting having 4 characters to control now. Alright, everybody's done with their movements. There's no one that can do a third action. So now I have to figure out where I want everyone to go. So Amira's already at fatigue 3, so she's gonna sleep in. She's gonna stay in and sleep in bed. Oh, before I do that, I need to give everyone water and try to feed everybody. So I do have 4 water, so this will go away. And I only have 1 vegetable. Now this sucks, but I mean it's an easy choice on who I'm going to give it to, but it still sucks because it's about to happen. So my vegetable is going to Roman, so his hunger stays the same. So that means Amira's hunger goes up from 2 to 3. Marin's hunger goes from 3 to 4. And Sveta's hunger goes up to 1. Now if a character's status ever goes to 4, there's a little epilogue in the back, and then you have to go to the book of scripts and see what happens. I'm assuming you can guess what's going to happen, so sorry Marin, but it's just the way it goes. So hit epilogue for hunger 458. And the character is Marin, so it says for Marin, see 1280. Yeah, so when I was looking at the visitors pile, I wasn't really trying to get a new person. I was actually trying to see if there's someone that could trade some food, because I definitely had some good bartering items to get whatever food I wanted. So, where are we? 1280. Having lost everything and overcome by grief and remorse. Is that right? 458? Let me double check this. Yep, sure enough. Oh, there's different. So I just saw on the. I mean, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. But every time you flip one over to level 4, there's an epilogue. I honestly thought it was the same one. Like if you flipped over a hunger for anybody, you'd go to the same epilogue and look them up. But there's actually different numbers on each one. So you could have the same guy dying from hunger in different games, and it might be a different story for him. Okay, well, so it says, having lost everything and overcome by grief and remorse, Marin committed suicide. His shallow grave, a dark scar in the ground, marks another victim of the war. Remove this character from the game. So he just couldn't take it anymore. He wasn't having any food. Herbal meds goes away. And yeah, that's where some of the adult content comes up in this game. So his character will go away. And now that means at the end of the dawn phase, I'll have to see if anyone's misery goes up, which most likely it'll be our little newcomer for sure because she's at empathy 9, so I have to roll a 10 for everyone to be okay. That's a bummer. Luckily, everyone's misery is 0, so even if everyone got 2 misery, I'm still in the game. So that was the feeding stage. Now we go into evening to assign characters. So let's see, Amira's sleeping. Sveta, she can guard. And Roman's going to go out with his wheelchair here. So that means I draw 3 less cards, but he gets to carry 3 extra. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. So that means Sveta's fatigue goes up by 1. Amira's sleeping all night in the bed, so hers goes to 0. And Roman goes up to 2. And we can still try to trade at Central Square, so that's where I'm going to go. So because I want to trade, I'm going to take this stuff. Let's see. Take the broken pistol. Okay, this is going to be my trading. Because I can trade and get 5 vegetables and get rid of that it's supposed to be a little token where I don't get my first 5 or my first 3 foods from scavenging. So hopefully I can just like knock that out right away. So normally since I have the wheelchair, I would draw 14 cards, but because of the wheelchair, it slowed me down a little bit, so I only draw 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, there's our unknown. So there's open space and rubble here. So I could take the shovel to deal with to go through the rubble, but I'd rather have the space for other stuff. So here we go. Roman's exploring by himself. And right away with one of these guys to climb up, I'm going to return 3 exploration cards. 1, 2, 3. Let me put my 6. I only have 1 more card before I have to turn in 6 to trade. Luckily I brought a lot of stuff, so I'll explore one more time. Stairs up. Either return 2 cards or raise the noise by 2 and roll for noise. So I'm just going to raise it and hopefully I roll more than 3. Rolled a 4. Whew. Yeah, I'm not taking any chances, so I'm going to turn in the 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to trade at the central square. It's at 6, 7, 4. Alright, here we go. The human shadows roaming around the center of the city gravitate to the market. It's at the market where a person can get nearly anything they need, even though what's available isn't of great quality and comes at an exorbitant price. Of course, trade there is all barter based. The national currency lost its value a long time ago. You may buy any gray, green, and yellow tokens here, but there is a trade commission of 3, so that's pretty pricey. Luckily, I have some good stuff to trade. So with the trade commission at 3, that's this electrical part is 3, so that won't count as what I can trade with. So that leaves me with 25 left. Now, if I go with my plan of trying to get rid of that no food token, that would be 15 just from 3 vegetables. So this will go away. So I'm left with 10 left. And they're at level 3 each. So I think I'm just going to get 2 more. Oh, hopefully there's 2 more vegetables in here. Oh, there is. So with the 10, I'll get 2 more vegetables. Turn this in back to the box. And because of the no food card, these 3 are gone, and now I can scavenge for food like normal. And I'm just coming back with 2 veggies. And I don't have any more to explore, so it just goes into choose finding stage. So because he has a wheelchair, I can hold a total of 6 things to come back with. So I have 1 water, so I'll definitely take 2 more. So I still have space of 4, and this is all I have as far as wood and components. 2 wood, 1 component. Is there anything I'd like to try to build? I can try to build a new bed so everybody can start resting faster. Can't do a radio. The moonshine still. Herbal garden. What does an herbal garden do? I can make herbs, roll cigarettes, prepare herbal meds. But it requires 100% alcohol, which I haven't seen once yet. So let me try to get some things to help me build a bed. So I need 2 more wood and 2 more components. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That he can overload on the wheelchair. So now that he's doing that out there, we will go into the night raid. So I'm going to give her the shotgun. We know there's some bad stuff coming. And an ammo token. Now let me just read up on guns because I haven't really used them too much. Let's see. So I'm trying to see. I believe every time you roll, you use an ammo token, and then if you had prowess, you would essentially use an ammo token again, but I don't have to worry about that because she has no prowess, so she really just needs 1 ammo token, and hopefully she can hit him on the first roll. And because she's doing with the shotgun, the symbol that I'm looking for is the scatter. Because if I can hit him with the scatter, it ignores the whole night raid card. Boom, get shotgunned right there. Okay, so let's resolve this night raid card. So yeah, like we said, the 6 tokens. I don't even have any green tokens now. And 3 wounds. So we'll have her try to shoot him with the shotgun. And hopefully she draws that shotgun marker. Okay, well, 2 wounds. So the ammo goes away. So we have one board up, and she shot at 2 of them. I don't know how you want to thematically explain this, but I don't know if this means that there were 9 hoodlums in total. But she prevented 2 wounds or damage, scaring them with the shotgun. So that's 3 total. So that right there takes care of the wounds. Now I can either get rid of whatever 6 tokens I want, which doesn't count as the resources, just actual tokens. Or I can use my Vigilant Watch and reduce that to 2 tokens. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because maybe I want to keep this for an even worse scenario, which I kind of want to. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. So she protected against the wounds with the shotgun and our board up. So I'm just going to get rid of any 6 tokens, and this gets shuffled back. Just have to try to recover some of these things later. So now if that's done, there's no more crime wave cars to be added. That stops after chapter 2 because they're already all in their respective decks. So now our party comes back. And we have water for everybody, got a little wheelchair, some components and wood. And we have 2 vegetables to at least prevent Emira and Roman from starving all the way. And hopefully I can get some raw food from the deadfall trap to start reducing one of them. So let's see. After night raid, they return, assign meds and bandages. I don't have any more meds. So we just go into the fate card. Let's see, raise the wounds of all unwounded or unbandaged wounded, which are none. Lower the illness of all characters who took meds, so nobody gets lowered, but I got lucky because no one's illness went up, even though they haven't taken anything. Discard med tokens, none. If cold tokens minus board up equals 5 or more, so we have 4 cold tokens, 1 board up, so that's 3, so don't worry about that. Exchange near a small location, which is this far one, the small apartment building. We get a new one. This supermarket, really nice. Too bad it's in the far location because we have less cars, but man. And now we resolve weight tokens, so we have 1 on the deadfall trap. So now I rolled a d10. On a 1 or 2 I get nothing. 3 to 7 I get a raw food. 8 to 10 I get 2 raw food. I got a 10. Very, very cool. So I get 2 raw food. That's really, really awesome. And now I resolve Spirit A on all character cards. So let's see. If for Sveta, if any character in the group is hungry at level 3, which we have 2, raise her misery by 1. So her misery goes up. For Amira, discard 1 moonshine or 100% alcohol. I don't have one. So her misery will go up to 1. And for Roman, he wants a cigarette, but I don't have one, so his misery goes up by 1. If I can find the other, there he goes. So everyone's misery just went up. And now this gets shuffled back. I'll draw 2 narrative actions, and hopefully I get something really good that'll help me out. Put the shotgun back. Alright, let's see what we got here. Close call. Played during combat, ignore all wounds from a single combat die roll. Or played during the night raid phase, ignore all wounds from one night raid. So that could be an awesome combination with what I already have, because this can ignore the wound side and this could subtract 4 from the damage side. Let's see what else we got. Headshot. Play during any combat or during your backstab. If you're using a firearm, discard 1 ammo to automatically kill 1 enemy. Or during the night raid, if the character on guard has a firearm, discard 1 ammo, which we do have, to automatically ignore 1 night raid card. So I have to go with the headshot because it's more of a... I'd rather have the guarantee than the close call. So essentially, as long as I don't take the shotgun out and about, which I'm not going to, the next night raid card will be ignored. Whew, okay, now this is something I'm doing for the first time in this game. There was a death among us, so now I have to roll the fate die, or the D10. Oh, almost forgot to shuffle these back in. I'm going to have to roll that D10 and compare it with everybody's empathy. And if I roll equal to or lower than their empathy, then their misery is going to go up to 2, or by 2. So everybody just got 1 misery just from the fate card, so there's potential that people are going to have 3 misery. So if I roll, the only thing that will save everybody right now is if I roll a 10. I rolled a 4. So Roman stays the same, but Sveta and Amira's misery goes up to from 1 to 3. Seems they really miss Marin. Roman's a soldier. He's probably used to losing friends in combat, if he even really had to do that. But yeah, it can be rough sometimes out there. So that is the end of day 5. We've turned in 1 out of 3 meds or bandages for to help the sick and wounded in our area. And hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you around for day number 6.